Today's presentation is really going to be a very sensational one because I'm going to talk about drop down in Android. Well, drop down in Android is known as spinner, and a spinner is really very important because here you not only see how spinner is going to work, but you also will learn something called ArrayAdapter, which I will tell you very soon. And on the top of that, this particular program, I will ask my viewer to write down the script and execute the program in your handset. You will find that how to generate ringing mode, how to generate vibrate mode, how to generate silent mode, all the three mode will be implemented with this particular app. And that will be done with the help of spinners. So for that, what we have to do it in XML? Nothing much. Declare the widget, give a name to that spinner widget of your choice. Now come back to the main activity. You declare a reference variable of the type spinner. Since the item in the spinner would be associated with the mode of your handset, that will be handled by a system defined class called audio manager. Okay, and this is my reference variable. I'm here to initialize this particular reference variable. First I'm initializing the spinner, and since audio manager is a system level application, so we'll be giving a call to get system service, and that will be implementing a constant for this particular given class. Okay, so that's how the audio manager get initialized. After that, I've created a function of my choice, and here is the name of the function that gets defined. ArrayAdapter, a very important property which you will be handling or learning very soon in the Android upcoming videos. ArrayAdapter is a particular representation by which, see, adapter is a class, okay, with an extend base adapter. We'll talk about this much in detail in the upcoming videos in list view. So ArrayAdapter is going to define a particular reference variable, and it is having a generic type, and the type is string because it will be handling a string array. So the generic type is string. The ArrayAdapter has been initialized with a particular constructor. This constructor has three elements. The first element tells is that for which particular class it is going to work. It is going to work for this particular present activity class. Now the second element is the most interesting part. In the spinner, the item which you would see, those items will appear in one particular text view. That means each item of a drop down will be displayed within a text view. If the text view is not there, then the spinner will be simply empty. So spinner is a container, but the item that you see in the spinner will be displayed through a particular text view. Now I could have customized that, and if you don't want to customize it, then you can give a call to a system defined XML file that is called android.art.layout, and this is the name of the system defined layout file. And if you just go inside the system defined file, what you will find? You will find text view. So each element in the spinner will be displayed in this particular text view, which has been developed by the Android itself, and that's the reason the term Android is there before the class R. But if you are going to customize your list view, then you cannot use this Android XML file. Then you have to use your own custom XML file where you will be adding widget according to your choice. Now this particular element will be having data, but where the data will be coming from, and this is the list, which is your, I mean to say, a list on the form of an array, and here there is the data source which all will provide you the data in the spinner. And finally, with the help of set adapter, the entire data is being displayed in the spinner. Okay, so this particular function does the role of filling value within the spinner. So once the class has been done, now we will come to the method where we will be choosing an item from the spinner, and the particular ringing mode or vibrate mode or silent mode will be enabled. So how do you do that? The spinner has a function called set on item listener. So this is the function that will be invoked, and within the function we are going to give a call to a abstract class called ArrayAdapter view. And this abstract class has got an interface. The name of the interface is on item selected, and this inside this interface there are two other abstract methods, on item selected and on nothing selected. So when you will be invoking this particular interface, naturally you have to define the body of these abstract methods, and here I have done that. The on item selected is responsible to choose which particular element you have chosen from the spinner, and that will be determined with the help of this particular variable called position. So if the position is 0, then the audio manager will give a call to the ringer mode, that is a normal mode. If the position of the element is 1, that means you have chosen the second element from the spinner, then it will give a call to the vibrate mode. And finally, if you have chosen the element 2, it will give a call to the silent mode. All these three are different constant of this particular class called audio manager. Okay, so this particular class is responsible to perform all kind of audio settings. I would ask my viewer that you please execute this piece of code in your handset, and then you will see that how exactly the audio mode of your handset will be manipulated. Okay, so this particular program not only talked about the spinner, it also talked about the array adapter. At the same time, it also talked about the audio manager. So it's a small program, but it's a culmination of many things. And do remember, the item will be displayed in a drop down list, and that has been generated from the Android default layout file, and that is the simple spinner drop down item. But later on we will be customizing our list, and in that case we will be choosing rather ArrayAdapter will be choosing base adapter for that. So in my next video I will be sharing few information about the list view, and before I move to that program I will be asking you again, please execute this program by yourself, and remember in the XML file I've simply taken one spinner widget which I have just given a name and nothing more than that. Okay, so until my next video, I wish everyone a very nice time. Thank you so much.